Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. We're doing your reading today. This is going to be for October 19. That's what day is that? I believe that's a Sunday. Okay. Yes, October 19. Yes, it is a Sunday. Oh, I'm just gonna write that down. Okay, because I'm gonna forget it. All right. So, I have your astrology chart over here, just your chart. Okay, for reference for the transit, when things would start to manifest. And of course, I do tarot. I do sidereal Vedic astrology, so that is based on ascendant and moon sign. Because how you read, it always has to be from the ascendant, the body, and then of course the moon, the mind. That's what we see, and then the sun is the soul. So I don't read the dead yet, so we can't use the sun sign. Okay. There will be a wonderful energy shifting for us starting actually October 18. All right, so the day before the 19 Aries. Okay? Later, I'm going to share with you what I'm also doing for the upcoming October 21st, which is the darkest new moon. Okay, so the darkest new moon is also the celebration of Diwali. Okay, celebration of light, which we celebrate Goddess Lakshmi. All right. So later I'm gonna share with you. There's a lot of celebration there. October 18, the start, the Danteras. Okay. Celebrate Lord Kuber. So the talisman that I have, this is Lord Kuber, Lord of Wealth. Okay, Goddess Lakshmi is Goddess of Wealth. All right, so let's see here for the Aries. So let's see. Okay, October 19, waking up and overthinking a situation. Wonder why? Um, it feels like you are trying to forget someone or something. Okay. Well, it's more of someone. I see that here. Chart wise, we have Sun in Libra in the seventh house. So things has been illuminated in 2 degrees. So the next 30 days for the Aries, it's really focusing on their romantic connection. Kind of like you're married or coupled, official. Okay, romantic is the fifth house. Fifth house, Ketu is there. So since the start of this year, it has been a challenge, kind of like being in connection with your soulmate. Hence, you have here the Five of Cups. Now, the stress, sleepless nights, that is due to Saturn being in your 12th house. And I'm not sure if I've warned the Aries, especially Saturn is in retrograde, for any injuries related to the feet. So just be careful on that, because that's pretty common when Saturn is in the 12th. Because what Saturn does there, it's like it's asking you to slow down. And if you are a moon in Aries, also, you are now entering the initial part of your, how do you call this? Sadhisati, because Saturn is 12 from your moon. So there's been some changes, there has been some separation, but yes, it is for the better, but easy for me to say because I'm not the one experiencing it, right? But with the Nine of Swords, I know what you're going through, Aries, and it is very, very complicated. It's from one thing to another, the stress, the worry, the fear, and it multiplies. And it has been unstable as well with regards to Rahu being in your 11th house of dreams. It's unstable because Saturn is looking at your dreams also, asking you right now, is this really something that you want? And that becomes more of a question. What do you really want, Aries? How do you want, your life to be for the next? This is a 30 years, especially if you're a moon in Aries. Okay. Because if you've learned your lesson, and I know, I'm not being hard on the Aries here, Nine of Swords with the Five of Cups. I'm here explaining to you the stress and the fear that you're experiencing. While I may say it's natural, it will pass. Your Lagna Lord is Mars. It's in the seventh house. It's 24 degrees. You will feel more empowered when your Lagna Lord is with your sister's zodiac, which is in Scorpio. So that's going to be around the 24th or 27th of October. You will now own up to the change. Okay, so there's a big change. And then you will have a comfort. Okay, look at that, a big change. This is you manifesting. Now, part of my readings here, I teach people how to manifest. So if it's new, welcome, welcome. Magician can manifest different things in their life. You're trying now to attract things, law of attraction, you meditate, you're using gemstones, crystals, you're doing astrology, different kinds of divination. And I like that you're doing this, Aries, with the magician, because we are coming into a very, very important transit, okay, as far as like the new moon, which is, like what I mentioned, on October 21st. Now, I'm gonna share with you a segment that I prepared. This is way back because I do this, I do this every year. I'm gonna share you a little secret on how to manifest wealth. It was 5 years ago when I started my awakening. Around that time, I was like deep into it. And then I discovered one of my colleagues who practiced mysticism. During this time, of course, it was, I call it the broke cell, but not broken, just doesn't have money. So the astrologer advised me, it's like, wow, have you ever tried a yantra? And then, of course, me, kind of like just exploring, what are the things that would work, citrine, I Libyan desert gas, all the other crystals. While the funds are coming, it wasn't to the level of what I would expect a crystal would bring. So then I consulted the astrologer. The astrologer told me, and it's like, have you ever tried the yantra? And then I know, you're probably wondering, it's like, Sal, can you get down to the business already? I know, hear me out. So then they told me about the yantra. And then they asked me about Goddess Lakshmi. And then during this time, I have done my puja, my ritual for Goddess Lakshmi. And I said, that's good. Then you just have to bring a Lakshmi yantra at your home. Tried to find it, and then I found it. Now the problem is, it needs to be energized. And if it's not energized, you didn't put the ritual into it, you didn't activate it, it does not bring results. But good thing, because I've done enough research and I practice it now. And now I can activate it for you. Now, this Lakshmi yantra brings wealth, prosperity, and all your dreams. Ever since I had it, mine is actually really old now. And what happened is, it's like, you put it in the north side of your home. So that's the money corner, and it activates it. So when you get yours today, I'll be able to energize it for you. Yes, you don't have to think about anything. You just have to place it at the north side of your home and watch money trickles in. So make sure you visit my website, eatreadlove.com. Yes, so I know it's a little bit lengthy, okay? But this is a Goddess Lakshmi yantra. I shared that already. And then what is important in the 21st? Because we're celebrating Goddess Lakshmi during that day, abundance, prosperity, and wealth. So this is a yantra. I have a 3D and a 2D. Okay, but this one is my money magnet for the wallet. This one you can get also. So everything is in the description box below. I do ship international, okay? So the way that it works also with the yantra, the 2D one, you put it on the north side of your home, and if you need to remove obstacles there, to clear the energy for wealth, just send me a photo of the north side of the home, the wall part, okay? And then I will energize this for you, all right? So that's the magician. So while you're trying to get yourself out of that stress, I know with the magician, you're taking action, which is good, okay? So let's see here. Now, remember, Jupiter at the same time before the darkest new moon on the 21st is already in Cancer by the 18th. Your home life will take a different shift, a sense of comfort, okay? So that's something that's going to be 0 degrees, actually by 18 already. You have an 8 of Wands, the Page of Swords right here. I feel like there is someone who's going to communicate to the Aries on October 19. You have a 7 of Pentacles here and the 7 of Swords. I feel like this person that causes you stress relationship-wise is because they have been avoiding you. And, in a way, look at the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is lying. 7 of Swords, of course, this energy is about being sneaky. It could also be a Sagittarius that I'm seeing here, because you have Knight of Wands in a Sag, but it feels like you have either sent a message, Magician and Eight of Wands, waiting for them to reply. You got anxious because they haven't. It's like not no contact, but Seven of Pentacles is waiting. But I feel like they're not replying yet because they have been stalking you. I always say here, if they ain't talking, they're stalking. So this is very complicated because you have Sun, Mercury, Mars in the seventh house. Relationship really becomes dicey. So if I were to give you an advice, of course, don't forget, I also, how do you call this? My one-on-one coaching, okay, for relationship and manifesting money is already open. You can book a one-on-one with me. It's at salvadorbiadora.com. The link is also in the description box below. So if you need guidance, for 2026, actually, because a lot of people who's booking me there they're looking forward already for the big change, okay, which is we're so close to end this year. So it's down there. Sun, Mercury, and Mars, like what I mentioned, in your seventh house of partnership. Like if I were to coach you, you have 30 days for the Sun because it just entered, 7 days ish for Libra. We all start on the 19th, and Mercury 24 degrees. Yeah, so another 4 days. So then we have to push and wait if you're trying to save this relationship at the least 30 days, or it becomes like if you want to end it. I feel like that's going to be the energy. And then I move Venus from 12 degrees in your 6th house, because ruler of your 12th house or 7th house is Venus, is in Virgo. It's the debilitation sign. We move it to the 7th house. We're going to wait for that. It's 12 degrees on the October 19. Then relationship can manifest easily. Okay? And I say Venus. So that's why I combine. Empress is Venus if you're new to Tarot. Like what I mentioned, if you want to repair this, if you want to manifest this, this is going to be the time. And don't forget, October 21st is going to be a wonderful time for manifestation. This is going to be one of those days where we open ourselves, okay, our home, okay, to the energy that we're bringing. And this is victory of light over darkness. Now, when Venus goes into your 7th house, which I mentioned, and Venus came out, I shuffled, because basically what the tarot does, it picks up the energy, okay, but the astrology part puts it to a T. Okay, this say. So once Venus goes to the 7th, ruler of your 2nd house and your 7th house, what happens is now family relationship can get better, meaning, how do you call it? Nuclear, extended, like that, family. Okay. Savings and money gets better. Business also gets better. And that's just looking at Venus, of course, right? Without other aspects. But Venus is here now. See, Venus rules your 2nd house. Venus rules your 7th house of partnership. 2nd house is money and savings. So then there is that abundance already. And then here I teach, we channel it. For me, I have my goddess Lakshmi, of course, in my north side of my home. And then, of course, my 3D yantra also. And, as always, a money magnet in the wallet. Because, I'm not always at home. Then I always carry, of course, goddess Lakshmi around me, so that goddess Lakshmi will bring wealth, prosperity in my life. So this is this one. So everything is tagged in the description box below. Everything is down there. I'll see you guys again.